Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are guys on a very foggy morning. I'm going to start with an apology. I know at the end of the last video I said I'd be moving on to some base building after destroying the patrol vessel, but what's actually happened guys is I've been exploring this area and I cut down here and I found this abandoned mine, and this is too good an opportunity to pass up for two reasons. One is that the abandoned mine is full of really good resources. There is a really quick way to get through and actually take it and get access to those resources, so I should be able to do this all in one video, and by looting it now it saves me all the trouble of coming all the way back in and actually having to find this and looting it again and wasting more resources trying to find it. Now the thing about the abandoned mine is the fact that it has no external defences, but now since Alpha 8 what you do need to do is have a fly around and check to make sure there's no Xerax patrols around, so you can fly straight in here and come in here, and we should be able to just land on this area here, and you can already see here that there's lots and lots of cargo boxes. This place is literally stuffed full of cargo boxes. You see the local screaming memes have already come out here. What I will say guys is if you're going to take on the abandoned factory you're going to need a few things. First you're going to need plenty of med kits. I've got med kits there, I've got some there, I've got a couple of trauma kits, because the abandoned mine's been around for a little while and the person who made it was a bit devious in the sense that there's all sorts of traps. God, my armor's pretty beat up. I really should need to repair my armor, don't I? Okay, that's probably that's going to be a bit icky. I think we should be able to do it with that on here. It just means I'm going to have to get back and actually repair that later on. But if I do this properly, I shouldn't take too much damage. Famous last words. What can I say about this, guys? If I give you a bit of a fly through, in here you've got a room here, and in here, which is the way we're going to be going in, there's a couple of turrets there, and you can also see the steps over there. And what we're going to do guys is the steps lead up to here, and in here there will be a nightmare which we're going to have to take out, and then if you come in this way you will see that down through here, which is the way you would come if you don't take the shortcut, and you can see there's a turret here. There's also a hidden spawner down here as well, which can make life a little bit difficult for you. Now the other thing you really need to bring with you if you're going to come in here is you either want a rocket launcher or explosives. The reason for that is that the core in the abandoned mine is kind of protected by a puzzle, and to be honest I can never remember the solution, so I tend to use the more direct approach, is probably the polite way of saying it. And what we're going to do is, I'm not sure if I've got, oh yeah, it's fully loaded. So what we're going to do guys is we're just going to gotcha. Just going to take out that turret there. And we can just, we've got the two turrets out the way. Just going to reload. And as I say, a word of warning about this place guys is that there are lots of traps and hidden spawners, so if you're going to do it, especially if you're not going to do the shortcut, you're going to do the long way, be very, very cautious. Use your multi-tool to check blocks, especially if you're doing it for the first time. So we're just going to, right, so I'll just get here, change to here. These things have a lot of range. I don't know why. They don't really deserve it. And they can inflict a lot of damage on you. Now up here you get two switches. If you turn these switches off, that disables most of the turrets. I emphasize most of the turrets, not all of them. So just because you've got those switched off guys, don't feel you can just go walking in. I think what I'm going to do guys is just go out and top up my oxygen, because one of the hazards we're going to have here is the fact that because this is a low oxygen planet, and we got a long way to go down. So the last thing we want to do is actually run out of oxygen. Although what I have brought with me is some extra oxygen tanks, actually, and I did make some purified water. I think we'll see if I can pick that up as well. I'm sure I made some purified water. Yep. Just going to bring that with me as well, because I'm not going to loot that much. Actually, I could probably just drop that into cargo box, so we got a little bit of space. Yeah, I'm not going to loot that much because this is very much a run to get control of it, and then once we've actually got control, we can then basically drop a core, loot all these boxes at our leisure, and take the place apart. And if you come round here now, guys, just gonna, right, we're fully loaded, that's okay. So if you come around the back here, you'll find a door here. Get up damage, and you come through here. And you've got this side here to show you guys. When it doesn't go anywhere, it just opens up over here. Now be aware, guys, that because you've walked through here, below this floor is a hidden spawner, and that means that even when you've taken the core, if you walk down into that garage, you can get ambushed. So you need to be aware of that, guys. And I think if I step back here, just get the camera up so you'll show you the path that we're going to go down. So what we're going to do is go through here, and then there's this drop down here that looks a bit like a trap, but it's actually the way in, and you follow it down through here, and you get down to this room in here. And in this room is 4 nightmares and 2 cannons. So that's the reason why you need to take the sentry cannons out first, because otherwise you trying to get through this entrance with the active sentry cannons is very interesting, putting it politely, guys. So we can get down through here. So we're just going to drop down through here and just shoot this out. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to top my health up, because there's maybe we can eat a little bit as well. I didn't realise I was that hungry. Now there's 2 ways you can do this, guys. You can try and shoot it out with the actual screaming abdabs. I don't know if I can actually, this will actually let me, no. But if you could drop down and run to the right, there's a stairwell, and if you can do it quick enough, avoid these guys, avoid them, avoid them, avoid them, avoid them, avoid them, avoid them. And if you can get up this stairway, right, we've got an open wound, and we've got, but that's okay. We should be able to treat the open wound with a, wow. That was a little bit more dodgier than I thought. And, okay. That, yeah, that was a little bit more dodgier than I actually thought it was going to be, like, guys. And I've actually done that and actually been able to avoid them all. But, right, what you need to do is just let them. Normally once you shoot one up, the others kind of congregate round. And the key here is to be patient, guys. And then hopefully what you can do then is just get out, see the turret over there, is take out the spawner, and that now gives you control of the room. Well, we could loot these guys. I mean, I've got so much of this stuff, I don't know what to do with it all. Now, there's no room for complacency though, so you need to be a bit careful coming through here. Now we see another turret gun up there. There's another one around the corner which sometimes will suddenly decide to shoot at you. Now the way we want to go is through here, but if you can just see up, I think if we can, well, I think just up there, if you see there, there's a hidden spawner there. So you need to take that out. And again, just to give you guys a view of what we need to do. Round here, through behind that, see that turret is still active. That's what I was saying, guys. You've got to be a little bit careful. But we'll take that turret out. Now, what you've actually got is this down lift here, which gives the impression that this is the way forward. And if you come down here, you actually go into a tunnel, sorry, not a tunnel, which is full of actual nightmares. You can see them down here. And there's also a gun at the end of them. So now the reason I'm showing you that is that if we come through here, there's this side tunnel. This is the one we're interested in because the core is down here. But if I just come onto here, guys, if you come in here, see this white patch here? See, it says trapdoor single use. So what you need to do is blow that open and make absolutely certain that you do not fall down it. Now the next part you actually want to do is shoot that. That's a hidden spawner there. Ooh. Now the next thing down here, I think I'm going to switch to this because and on the wall down here is actually a wow. And I nearly backed up into the gotcha. And wow, we're taking a lot of damage. I think I could pop a couple of health kits because in theory I shouldn't need to use the expensive ones on this because it should be job done now. Famous last words, guys. Now the core is actually behind this area here, and if you actually look at this is the reason you brought the explosives. Now there is a code that goes through here, and to be honest, I'm not actually too sure how the code actually works. Oh, I've actually done it. And I've actually blown the core up. I was about to say that if you can't get the code, you've actually got to blast through here with the necessary doors. And that is effectively it. We now have control of the abandoned mine. Now, be aware, guys, that just because we've got control doesn't mean it's 100% safe. And so you need to be a little bit careful walking through here. And what I would strongly recommend, guys, if any of you who are going through this the first time, this would be the ideal place to drop a save. Now, in theory, this should be out here. Now, there's also a hidden spawner here, but it should no longer be working. It's just there underneath that turret. So if you wander up here, now the reason I'm coming here is the fact, oops, God, I've got all this way down here and I haven't even turned my jetpack on. Is if you come here, guys, and through here, we've now got this area here, and wow, we've got an enhanced pulse rifle, 50 gold, and what we need to do now is effectively tunnel our way out up here. I don't think there's anything here. We should be able to do it anyway, so I think if we could tunnel up through here. Well, if we get rid of that, we could probably, I'm not sure if I can get up through here. Yes, I can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's a little bit of a long, but at the end of the day, if you can't do it, all you do is just do this. Oh, great. Ha. I've got thermal parasites. I should be able to get into my ship. I think I've got some med kits for thermal parasites. Great. I'll walk straight into that. Meds. What we got here? Thermal burn and thermal parasites. And I think I should have some more juice here as well. So where's my rocket launcher, thruster? Actually, what I can do while I'm actually here, I think we can drop a core. I mean, and then that will allow me to actually knock that out here. Of course, yeah, what am I about? I'm looking for something that's not actually there. So we can knock out a couple of these, because at the end of the day I've got loads and loads of berries. In fact, I could probably do that, and we can drop that into the... I'm not actually using the mobile constructor at the moment, so I could probably, yeah, perish time. Could knock out 10 of those. Let's go and say hello to Mr. Creepy Crawly. Oh, open wound. Okay. Just use the bandage. Probably about the first bandage I've used for some time, actually. Where are you? Wasted a lot of ammunition there. Okay. Sometimes they get in a certain position and you can't actually kill them, which is annoying. For any of you guys who actually come down, the hidden spawner is... oh, where is it? It's in here somewhere. But of course now it's actually... I think it's up on the roof here somewhere. It's around here somewhere, guys, anyway. Oh, I'm getting glare from my ship. Anyway, we don't need to come down here anyway, so we can come up through here. And I'm not sure why I switched my jetpack off. Right, if we just get here and can drop there. Just knock off a few of these. I don't like walking around with low food. Anyway, so we can drop these into the fridge. Right, this is full, so what can I use up? Australia waffles, 134, yeah. Drop that in there. And what we can do now is just come here, drop a core, and that makes us the master of everything we do. And I was going to turn my lights off, wasn't I? Okay. Yeah, sometimes what happens is if you've got the ship lights on, it actually goes through the actual building wall. So if I go down and show you now, guys, we should be okay. That's the famous last words. But if I come down here now, you will see that the glare has actually gone now from here, see? And as I say, if you were coming in and following the route, this is the route you'd come down through here. And you'd open this door, and then you'd come into this room, and you can see there's a turret round there. So it's quite a torturous route through here. But we've got control now, so we're okay, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and stand up by the ship, and I think what we're going to do now is just go loot through the cargo boxes. I mean, it's going to be a little bit tedious, but I don't really want to do anything else in this video, so I'll just stand up here. A jetpack tank, and we're just going to make devices, sentry guns, automatic doors, flares. Wow. Consoles, trapdoors, cargo boxes. There we are. So we're just gonna, I mean, obviously, well, I certainly don't want that. I'm just gonna go back. And you can still see the nightmares tucked down inside. That's because we didn't kill everything that's there. So this is by far the safest way to actually loot the actual. We can take the wood. I don't really want any more multi-tools. And of course what we will do is actually take it apart so that we can actually find stuff. Because and what you want to do is actually take apart all the cargo boxes that you see as well. Because obviously this isn't reflecting all the cargo boxes that are around. There's a lot more to come. Okay. Let's grab that. And we're just going to have to drop this into here. So I think most of this... I think I'm going to stop just dropping everything into the mobile constructor, because if we're going to build a base, we might as well do it. I think that can go in the weapons system. And I think what we can do now is I don't need... Oops, nope. That can go into weapons and meds. And I suppose we can... There, don't need that. I think we'll keep the purified water in here. We don't need the oxygen now because I'm back up on the surface. And actually what I could probably do is, I don't want to actually run out of oxygen, so we can just go around the back here and get another top up. And we're just going to come. So we've done the first lot of actual cargo boxes. There's some more here. So I'm just going to grab that. I mean, as I say, this here is fantastic. You get some real good loot. So I'm just going to come here. And you can see we're gaining lots and lots of recharges as well. And if you happen to come across one of these early in the game, and you're able to actually get in and through here. Right, it's an ammo box. Oh, we'll certainly take that. What's that? That's 30mm bullets. We can use that. And more cargo boxes. Large ammo box. Wow. Okay, we're going to take that. That's going to be useful for. And we got another. And we got a small. Well, I don't know what that's actually doing in a small ammo box, but never mind. So we got sentry guns, spawners, cores. I don't think none of these can be opened. Trapdoors, wardrobes. I mean, obviously the wardrobes we're going to have to deconstruct. Lights, flares, generators. Automatic doors. And here we go again, another set of cargo boxes. And I hope that you guys can now see the extent of the benefit of actually hitting this mine. It's a really, really great source of resources. I'm just going to come through here. What we'll do, guys, is I'll empty out the rest of these cargo boxes. Right, we're under attack from a plasma drone, which is coming. Luckily, he's being his usual thick self. Ah, wow. Yeah, the plasma drone was a little bit on the thick side, and I must admit, guys, I wasn't really paying attention. Whoops. Oops, back up. Yeah, I wasn't watching my radar. I didn't notice him coming in, but luckily he came in from the building side, and he was actually firing at the building rather than me. So I actually got away with that, guys. Part of the hazards of and the joys, but he's given us a little bit more extra resources here, which is good. And hopefully I can get back to finishing the looting. I think maybe what we will do is let's get back into here. And actually no, Right, so what we're going to do is just drop back in again. Oops. I think... Right, where was I? Yeah, I was so intent on the looting that I didn't actually pay any attention. And to give you an idea, guys, I think I've got down to about here. Maybe I need to go up one, because there's so many cargo boxes in this place that... Right. So... Yeah, there's so many cargo boxes in this actually abandoned mine, and I've already filled my inventory up and emptied it. So, I mean, yes, a lot of it is quite basic stuff, but it all counts. Okay, I don't want... You can keep your multi-tool, don't particularly interested. No, for some reason there's a wardrobe inside as well. Grab this, and just grab this, and that's... Right, it says there's got a couple of constructors in here, large constructors, and what I'm going to do now, guys, is because we own this. What I am going to do first, though, sorry about this, is we're just going to shove all this back into the shove this into the cargo box. Just going to shove this in as well, so we've got a little bit of an overflow. Just do this, make sure no one sneaks up on us. Because what I want to do is actually, well, probably could retrieve these blocks, because these vertical blocks could be quite useful. But what I'm really after is at least one of these for our new base. I suppose we could also pick up some cargo boxes, because I want to have the storage capacity. So maybe we can go in here. And what we probably could do here, yep, because of course these are, so not everything is actually included in the, so you can might as well pick this up. That gives us a bit more power cells. I mean, I will empty the power cells out. Got some oxygen there as well. Actually, let's have a quick look. Never actually checked on here what the oxygen situation is. Well, we can always... Okay. We must take the oxygen out. What's the power situation like? I mean, we're not going to be actually doing anything, so might as well strip out the power, because the main function of the core is literally to allow me to know that I've actually captured this area. Now, there is something in here. I don't want to enter. Certainly would like the ventilator. What I'm after is items which I can actually use in, I don't know, maybe 2 constructors could be quite useful. I mean, hardened steel blocks could be useful as well. I mean, we could find the generators as well. They're bound to be in here somewhere. Now, I'm going to be a bit careful. Alien box, hardened steel blocks. I mean, this would be a great source of items to actually build my new base as well, which is quite We can probably build everything out of hardened steel blocks. So I'm just going to come through here, guys. Obviously I'm aware that this is quite boring, but we got down here. I'll probably just take this apart. Of course, there's more secret tunnels here. See, guys, if you want to really explore this place, alright, we found the generators, and this is what I'm after. I want these large generators. Actually, we can probably get at them through these blocks here. I mean, these would be very, very useful. Hello! You want to go down in the world, don't you? Because I don't want you annoying me. This is one way to get rid of the screaming abdabs, is to actually come down here. And we've obviously found a room here, but has not been looted, so... Wow, yes. I'm certainly going to take that. Well, what have we got here? Oh, wow. Okay. Go over here. That's a small generator. And do I really want small generators? No, we got large generators, so let's strip this out here. And we can't have everything, so obviously I bypassed this room on the way through. That's not a problem. Just this will give us a source of steel plates. And obviously there's another entrance here. I mean, this building is actually riddled with traps and various other bits and pieces, guys, so anything else down here? You just stay in there, stop being a nuisance. It's a small generator. I mean, we're probably going to kill the power, but that's it. We've finally killed the power. It's not a problem, guys. Because as I say, I'm not actually going to be using this. Alright, inventory full. Okay. Picked up optical fibers. It's getting, obviously it's got dark out here. And we're just going to shove everything we got into here. Got some computers. I'm just going to grab that and that. Xeno substrate. Okay. And I think the oxygen can go into my general supplies. We've got plenty of oxygen, plenty of that here. Alright guys, I think this is what I'm going to call it for the video, because you're all probably starting to fall asleep by now. Hope you've enjoyed it, hope you found it interesting. In the next part I will definitely promise that we will start work on a base, and what I will do is continue to loot out as many of the hardened steel blocks and that ready for using in our base from here. So until next time guys, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.